Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, my name is DEESETURUMANE and I make videos all about motherhood, lifestyle and fitness. Today I'm going to be reviewing a menstrual cup. I'm going to be reviewing the Viva Cup. Now, if you are a regular subscriber and a regular watcher or viewer of my channel, you would have seen a video I created a couple years ago about a menstrual cup that I used or tried out and it got stuck. Watch that video. I will link it up and in the description box. It was quite funny. But today I'm going to be discussing or reviewing the menstrual cup that I've got, as well as letting you guys know all about my first period after I gave birth. So obviously I fell pregnant, I want to say in June 2019, and then gave birth in March 2020, and so I haven't had a period for a long time, obviously because of pregnancy. And then after I gave birth, I did not have a period for, I want to say, 13 months afterwards. So I didn't have a period for all of 22 months, almost 2 years basically. And that was really nice, not having to worry about feminine products and leaking, tampons, pads, all of that jazz. It was really a nice long break from having to deal with those things. And so when I stopped pumping, excuse me, I had to cough off camera. So when I stopped pumping, my period came back almost like immediately once I completely stopped pumping. So I stopped pumping at around 13 months postpartum. So Zion was 13 months old when I stopped pumping, and my period came back almost immediately afterwards. When it came back, I hadn't ordered this menstrual cup. I still had the one that I used, or that type of one that I used before falling pregnant. So the one that I used, I wish I had the box with me right now, but you can check that video out and it will show you the box and what it looked like, all of that jazz. But it wasn't actually a menstrual cup, it was a menstrual disc, which you can use. That particular one you could use up to 3 times, so 3 months, 3 different periods, and then you had to throw that away. And so the reason I bought this one was because I wanted something that's going to last me a long while. I didn't want to have to worry about buying pads, buying tampons, or replacing the menstrual cup that I had. And I wanted something that is a little bit like, you know, last me 3 to 5 years. And so I bought this one. This is the Viva Cup. I got it off of takealot.com, and it cost me, I want to say, $269, I think, which for me was great. The others that I had seen when I was researching which menstrual cup to buy were like 500 rand for one, 600 rand for one. And in this box there are actually 2 cups, a large one for ladies that have got a heavier flow or ladies that have given birth vaginally. That's the one. And then they've got a small one, which is the one that I use because I have a very, very light flow. So this is the small one that I had used. So the first 2 periods that I had after giving birth to Zion, I was using tampons because I was still waiting for this. It took a while to get to me because I ordered it with a book that needed to be ordered from overseas, and so my Take-A-Lot order took long. But if you're just ordering this, or the whole box, the whole set, with things that are just local products, then it won't take you that long. But my delivery took almost a month, or just over a month, to get to me. And so before I get to the details about my first period postpartum, I just want to sort of review this product. So like I said, in the box for 269 rand you get 2 of these. I'm using this one, and so this one will probably remain with me, or I can give it to, it's sealed, I can give it to a friend that has a heavier flow than I do. Whichever friend, if you want this, hit me up. It's sealed. I have not used it, I promise. And then it comes with this little pouch, which I find to be so cute. So my one that I've used goes in here and then just stays in there. This could go in my handbag in case I needed it while I was out and about, but we're not going anywhere because we're stuck at home. It is lockdown level 4 still. We're not going anywhere. There's not going to be any travels. No, we're stuck at home. So this just stays in my cabinet in the bathroom and stays like that. Also inside this box is this pink thing, which to me, I don't know what it's for, but I guess. So it's just flat like this. And then when you pull it out like that, it becomes like this. So I'm guessing this is also something to store the menstrual cup and maybe put it, I don't know, in your cupboard when you're not using it, and then you can just flatten it like this when you're not using this thing. But I don't really, yeah, I don't use this. And then there's this thing, which is like this yellow thing that you use to wash your cup before using it and after using it. Now, how to use the cup. It took me a while to figure this out. So firstly, when you receive it and you're ready to use it, you're going to take it out of its packaging and wash it with soap. Any soap that you use on the regular, wash it, and then you're going to put it in a pot of boiling water or in the microwave as you'd sterilize your baby's dummies or your baby's bottles. Not with the baby's bottles, but the same way that you would sterilize your baby's bottles or your baby's dummies. Put it in the microwave for 5 minutes and it boils it so that it's sterilized, and then you can use it. Inserting the menstrual cup, guys, this was so, I found this a little bit tricky, but not trickier than taking it out. So to insert it, this is a method that I use. So it's round like this, of course, and it's got this little bubble thing on top to help you grab it and take it out. So when you insert it, this is the method I use. I folded it in half like this and then inserted it up the VJ, and then it opens like this. It suctions around the cervix and then catches your menstrual bleed like that. And the nice thing about this is that you don't have to change it every 3 hours like a tampon. So if you're on your period, you have to wake up every 3 hours and change the tampon in the middle of the night as well. This can stay for 12 hours, okay? If it's not full, it can stay for 12 hours. And for me, that really helped because it never got full because I've got such a light flow. And you take it out. So basically only had to take it out twice a day. You know, my thing was 11 o'clock in the morning and 11 o'clock at night, because generally I go to bed at 11. And you just take it out. But now taking it out was quite a thing. So here's what I figured out worked for me. Taking this thing out, it's suctioned around the cervix, okay? So let's say it's up there like this. You need to pinch it to release the suction, and then it will help you to wiggle this part out. Wiggle this part out, and then you can just empty it into the shower. While you're showering, you can do that into the shower, rinse it with warm water, and then put it back up. So sounds simple, but it took quite a few practices, and a couple of my mom friends told me to give it about three months, so 3 periods, and then I will sort of get the hang of it. But once I felt like it was stuck, I was like, you know what, I'm stressing, so give it a break. It's not leaking. I just wanted to take it out, give it a break, and then come back when I'm relaxed at nighttime, when Zion is sleeping and nobody is needing me. And that was taking it out. And then once you're done with it, completely done, as in you've done 5 to 7 days of your period, you wash it using this thing with soap. Now, so in between emptying it, you don't need to wash it with soap, but if you feel like you want to do that, go ahead and do that. But you can rinse it with warm water in between emptying it. But once it's ready for storage, wash it with this thing as well as soap. Wash, 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 and then put it back in the microwave with water to sterilize it for 5 minutes. Now, in terms of my first period postpartum, you guys, this is another thing that I just feel like I learned along the way. Nobody prepared me, nobody warned me about this. It was the absolute pits. Okay, so the PMS So before I fell pregnant, I did not have any PMS. I never experienced cramps or anything. You know, during my period, I never had cramps. Before the period, I never had any PMS symptoms of being moody or bloating or headaches or whatever. But when I tell you that a couple days before my first period, I thought that I was literally going to die. That's literally how I felt. I was vomiting like through the night. Like, I felt like I was pregnant. I never experienced nausea and morning sickness when I was pregnant. So this is what I imagined it would be like. I was just vomiting. I had night sweats. I had a migraine. I've never ever had a migraine in my life before. So it literally felt like my eyes are gonna burst. I laugh, but it's so funny. Laughing, but not. Laughing, but crying. My eyes were gonna burst. My eardrums were gonna burst. My head was gonna burst. I was just gonna combust. That's what it felt like. And luckily, so I asked my friends on Instagram, like, yo, what the heck is happening with me? And a friend of mine said, get Migral. So Migral is a tablet that you can get over the counter in South Africa, and let me tell you, the tagline for it says stops migraines in its tracks, and that's exactly what it does. And I am forever grateful to my friend for suggesting Migral, because I know that when I get those migraines before my period, I just pop a Migral and then go to sleep and wake up brand new. But so this happened for the first period, and for the second and the third period, same thing happened, but on a milder scale. So I look at my calendar. Obviously I mark when my period starts, and I know it lasts about 5 to 7 days. But I look at my calendar and I know that when I get a migraine, that means that my period's coming soon. But another thing that I want to mention is that after the first period, I was then getting a period every 2 weeks, so twice a month. Cancel. Like, why? How rude. So I was getting a period every 2 weeks for about 4 to 6 weeks, I want to say, and then it stopped, and now it's sort of consistently every 4 weeks. It didn't, every 2 weeks it lasted about 6 weeks, and now it's very consistent, and I am very much aware of, you know, when my period is going to come. It's not a freaking surprise. Another friend of mine told me that I may lose my hair again when I stop breastfeeding. I was so sad about that. I think I actually cried. I think I cried when I heard that. Like, how rude, how dare, how come, how dare, you know? But luckily I did not lose my beautiful crown. I worked so hard for this, you guys. I've been suffering. I suffered for 19 years from 13 months. It's time for me to shake my ass on a yacht, you know. So, and I feel like my hair looks like I deserve to shake my ass on a yacht right now. I cracked myself up. But yeah, that is the cup, you guys. That is a cup. I highly recommend it. And some people had issues, you know, about leaking cups and stuff, but the Viva Cup, no leakage, nothing. All of the Saturday Sweat sessions, well, not all, but some of the Saturday Sweat sessions that you see me jumping around doing all these crazy things, I was wearing this cup, you know, and I didn't have any issues with it. So if you're looking for a cup, make sure you get it on takealot.com. It's the Viva Cup. I don't have a discount code. This is not an advert. I'm not an affiliate, but I do love the product, so please do check it out. And I'm gonna leave this here for today. Thank you guys for watching. Please do give this video a thumbs up. I know it will help so many moms. Like I always say, why do we not get told about these things? But I got your back. I'm your girl. I'm gonna tell you guys some of the things, maybe all the things that I experienced during pregnancy to postpartum. So see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.